By opening each room, a page which contains several windows opens. Along with these windows, there is the toolbar and the status bar. After closing these windows, the explanation of different parts of the menu and toolbar will be given in the video. This toolbar is the same in all sections, and the sequencer room has another toolbar which is exclusive to it. To open a new room, click on File and select New. You can also access the files that have already been saved by selecting Open. Use Save or Save As to save a file. Use Recent to access the files that have recently been saved. Use Security to encrypt a file. The encryption has 3 levels. The first level, Full Permission, allows users with an encryption code to access the settings, run the test file and save the output. In the second level, users cannot change the settings, but can only run the test file and save the output. In the third level of encryption, users can only view the file. Use Export Report to save the test file as PDF. Use Exit to close and exit the test page. Click on View and select Toolbars to see different modes of the toolbar. Add or remove the check mark to show or hide the icons. Use the status bar to hide or show the status bar at the bottom of the page. The Units option has 3 parts, choosing time between cycles and seconds. By default, time is displayed in terms of seconds, while by selecting cycles, the time is displayed in terms of cycles. Determine the cycle time in Test Object, the device block, and then in the Nominal Frequency field. If this frequency is changed, the time would change accordingly. Choosing parameters values between absolute and relative. By default, parameters values are absolute. Use relative to see parameters values dependent on nominal value. The nominal values for voltage can be determined in the test object device and in the nominal voltage field. For current in the nominal current and for frequency in the nominal frequency field. Choosing values between primary and secondary. By default, software values are in terms of secondary. To see the values in terms of primary, use the primary option. These values can be determined in the test object, device block, and primary voltage and primary current field. The communication logger option is for the communications of devices and laptops that the Vebko's programmers use. Different windows in the sequencer page, including vector view and signal view, are shown in this list. Use revision history to access all of the files that were saved by the program every 30 seconds. By selecting each of the files, you can reset them as needed. Select Start or Continue option in the Test menu to run the test. To stop the test, use Stop. Use Clear to remove the test results. In the Parameter menu, select Test Object to open General Test Object page. Select Report to open Report Setting page. Use Delete All Added Reports to remove all the reports that have been added to the output report using the Add to Report option. Using Number of Decimal Places setting option, the related page opens and you can determine the parameter units and determine how to display numbers. If an error occurs during the test, in the Hardware menu, click on Clear Error to remove it and run the test again. Use Reset Hardware to reset the device's hardware automatically. Select Configuration to open the Hardware Configuration page. In this page, the voltage and current output, the binaries of input and output setting and extra setting is set. Click on Calibration to open the Calibration page. This page is used for device calibration by Vebko's experts. In the Window menu, you can adjust the layouts. The System Default Layout option displays a default arrangement of windows for the software. Also, the Custom Default Layout option displays the windows as default layout saved by the user. The Default Undock option displays the windows as undock, and the location of each window can be adjusted. With the Cascade option, the windows are in row and behind each other. Note that these options are used when the room layout is in default undock mode. The default layout for a transient option is for the test mode, and the default for quick option is used for the quick mode. Manage layout is used to store the desired layouts, and even several layouts can be stored in it. To use a stored layout, click on its name, then select Apply Layout to open the layout. By choosing the current style as default option, the page layout that is being used is determined as custom default layout. The schema option shows different status and colors for the toolbar and the background of test page, which can be selected as desired. In the Help menu, the Help Topics option opens the tips of the software and the tester. The Shortcut Keys option shows all the shortcut keys in the software. The About option also gives the user information about the company.